Welcome to the Queen Bees podcast.
And the Gordy Bees podcast. Let's go.
All right, we're live.
We're live.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
The Sweet Shack.
Let's talk about the sweet shack.
Savannah. Savannah's running the Sweet Shack.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was yummy.
She has a soft opening going on.
Yeah.
A pre-soft opening.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even a soft opening yet. It's a pre-soft opening. What did we order? Bubble waffle?
Yep.
Fresca?
Yes.
What
The pineapple mango. It was so yummy.
And
So
it had like
refreshing.
little mango skin in it.
Yes, it was so yummy.
Yeah. And then we had Pop's Pizza.
Yes.
Great crust.
Yes.
Crust was great.
It was crunchy but soft on the inside. It was yummy.
It was super light.
Yes.
It wasn't heavy.
Not
It
at
wasn't a
all.
heavy crust. It was there was a lot of air in the crust, I think, which
Yeah.
if I don't have a thin crust, I have to have that type of crust because I
Yeah.
don't like a lot of bread.
You don't.
And then we had a few tacos.
Yes.
Uh,
Those were always good. Fuego's tacos are always good.
Fuego's tacos versus Fuego's fries.
Oh, that's a hard one. I love Fuego's fries. I'm going to go with Fuego fries all the time.
See, I gotta go with Fuego fries too because I like potatoes, right? I
Yeah.
like fries,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm getting a lot of feedback on your mic,
Are you?
a lot of air. I think it's from the
Yeah.
fan. Will you turn the fan off real quick?
Yeah.
That cord might make it. I don't know. Just don't yank anything off the table. Oh yeah,
Which one is it?
I think it's that first one. Oh whoa, hey.
This first.
Yeah, the first one, girl. You
There
hit
you
the
go.
second one. I told you the first. You asked me for the second. Can we turn that TV down too?
Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me just go do
Oh, do you want me to go ahead and be assertive and say, "Look, woman, go turn the motherfucking TV down now"? Right? I asked. At least I was nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you were closer. Let's go.
let's go. So we're probably gonna have to do some adjustments on these mics. I just have a lot of feedback in my
Yeah.
headphones here, and I feel like everybody listening to our podcast
Yeah.
is gonna hear all of this like ambient noise.
Yeah, I hear it too. It's like a little, almost like a little coffee pot. Like that whistle.
Yeah,
That's weird.
and it's only 1 and 3 that are live right now, me and you.
Yeah. And these ones don't matter?
That's your headphone volume.
Okay.
So you can adjust number 3 if you want to. If it's too loud or
Yeah.
not loud enough, you can adjust it. But
But I do hear the,
yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, we'll just have to figure it out. I seen that video, one of the videos on YouTube, and the guy went into all these settings in here
Yeah.
and started changing like attack and S, the letter S.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it creates a noise or something. S, and it chops it off. Like there's a setting in here to where the S won't carry S.
Oh.
It'll be more crisp like the other letters. Letters.
see.
See what I'm talking about? And we got all these LED lights for our Havana night
Yeah.
Friday.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
That'll look really pretty on all the tabletops.
Yeah, I think so.
Bring some color pops.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll get some up lights. And then whatever lights 1933 has working, the color lights,
Yeah.
photo booth, We got those pineapple light strings.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
those
yeah.
too.
Pineapple light strings. I don't know.
Yeah, open that one.
I don't know about these
Why?
because I already feel like this whole salsa club is kind of a swinger affair.
Stop.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, group dancing.
It's
How close
okay.
is group dancing to group fucking?
Babe, oh gosh.
What? What?
It's very classy, you know that.
I know. I'm just fucking with them. But pineapples, you know,
Oh, that's just tropical.
have been known
But we'll make sure we put none of them upside down.
to be outside some swingers' houses on some flags on their little door,
But they have to be upside down.
on their doormat. But look, let me ask you something.
What?
Me and you go to Winco,
Yeah,
minding our own business.
sure.
I decide I want a fucking pineapple. I want some pineapple, right?
Yeah.
So I go grab a pineapple out of the produce section. I set it down in our cart, unbeknownst to me, upside down.
You can't put a pineapple upside down unless you do it on purpose.
No, how come?
Because it leaves.
Okay, no, you can just toss it in there. It'll sit
It
upside
will
down
not
in
sit
something.
upside down, baby. It'll lay down.
If you have a bunch of groceries already in your cart and you toss
a pineapple.
a pineapple into it, there's a strong likelihood that it would at least be on its side.
No.
Yes.
No.
Pineapples don't just have buoyancy like a buoy and they just stand up. They will fall over. You know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now look. We're minding our own business. Me and you.
Okay.
Shopping in Winco. Doing our thing. Picking up food. I decide I want a watermelon. Shit.
A pineapple.
I decide I want a pineapple. I toss it in the cart, not paying attention, and it flops over on its side,
Okay.
and then eventually ends up upside down.
Sure.
Right?
Okay, whatever.
What do you mean whatever? Listen, it could happen.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what?
And then somebody starts following us around the grocery store,
Okay.
trying to figure us out, right? Like, are these motherfuckers swingers?
Babe,
Did they accidentally put the pineapple in and it fell over and went upside down?
until you turn around and say, "Look, motherfucker, why are you following us around?" I don't think anybody would be that stupid to follow us around.
Okay. Now, don't get mad at me for this one.
Okay.
But what if it's like a big titty girl? Titties all out, booty all out, just kind of, showing some skin, right? Am I going to turn around and tell that bitch, hey, what the fuck? Can I help you?
No, I guess
That would be
that
you.
would be me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a dude, I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then when you do ask the female or the male, can I help you? Or what the fuck's your problem, right? What are you doing? And they say, well, I seen you had a pineapple in your cart. And I'm like, so what, man? Like, I don't know nothing about no pineapples, man. Like, if you don't know if you're innocent, right?
Yeah.
If you have no idea that upside down pineapples means swinger lingo, right? Then I wouldn't know what the fuck the guy was talking about. I would get irritated. I'd get pissed off. Why do you care how I have my fucking pineapple in my cart?
Yeah.
Are the juices gonna fucking go to the bottom or something? And like no, nothing's gonna happen. So what? A lot of people don't know about the whole swinger thing, right?
Yeah.
And then, how the fuck are we talking about swingers?
I don't know, because you have pineapples in your hand.
Oh yeah, pineapple lights. I don't have real pineapples. I have pineapple string lights, LEDs.
Okay.
These are going to be real beautiful out
Yeah, they are.
and about on the railing at 1933. And it'll set a vibe, it'll set it'll be nice.
Yeah.
I hope, hopefully a lot of people show up. But do you know, not only pineapples are in swinger communities,
What now, babe?
Loofahs.
Loofahs.
I swear to God.
Loofahs.
And each color loofah means something else.
There's only one color loofah.
What? Don't you have loofahs in your bathroom like you wash and scrub
Oh,
with?
that
Like
kind of loofah.
a purple
Okay.
one and a pink one and a blue one and a green one and a brown one and a black. They come in all kinds of different colors. Well, apparently.
Okay, what color, babe? How do you know so much about swinging, first of all?
Listen, motherfucker. All right. I don't swing.
I
First and
hope not.
foremost. You hope not. So I know about swinging because I talk to a lot of people. I have clients. I talk to clients all the time and talk about anything and everything. And probably talked about pineapples at some point, right? And be like, hey, did you know this shit? Right? Am I the only one that didn't know this? Am I naive? Right? And one of my clients told me about loofahs. And each loofah, let's pull this shit up real quick. What are we going to Google search? Loofah? Loofah? Swingers. Yep. Hey, right. The first fucking result. It's called The Villages, Florida's friendliest hometown. It had to fucking come from Florida, you know. All the crazy shit happens in Florida.
Okay.
All right. So, a white loofah is for novices and beginners. All right. A purple loofah is a voyeur and people who like to watch. Right? I'm not lying. This shit's right here. I'm telling you. A pink loofah is a soft swap. People who like to do it with others in the room. That's like full on swinger, I guess. Like, what's a soft swap?
I have no idea.
Like I will only allow your wife to have sex with me, but you can't. Your husband can't have sex with my wife, right? What is a soft swap, right? I don't know enough about this shit. Blue, lowest level of full swap. Those who can play well with others. Yellow, that's a mid-level swap. For those who want to have fun but are still nervous. You know, in trepidation, little. I don't know if I want your old man touching my balls. Black is a full swap. Those who say what the hell, let it all go. They say what the hell and they do it. That's a black. That's a full swap. Like we're all just fucking.
Let your balls touch my balls. I don't care.
Like sword swapping and shit. Like swords crossing, you know, your sword. Yeah. No sword swaps. Or no sword crossing. Teal. Bisexual. Those who want to increase their dating chances. So if you find yourself in the villages, you will no doubt see loofahs attached to cars. This is a friendly guide so you don't make the same mistake I did. So I don't know. I didn't click on this, but I guess this person probably has a story to tell where they went to fucking the villages in Florida, wherever the hell that is, and somebody probably seen a loofah on somebody's antenna or something, right?
Oh.
And like went and picked it up and took it to the door of the house and say, hey, you left your loofah outside? And like, hey, they probably opened the door naked or something, right? Like some crazy shit.
He probably just grabbed him and said, come in here, baby.
Oh, hell no. We'd be like, scream, help! I'm getting raped by a couple! Stupid, man. Oh, man. So we have Friday night, 9 p.m. Havana night with Stephanie and Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie and Carlos do Just Dance Thursdays. That's like their That's their little gig. And they said they were going to have a salsa singer join us.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Stephanie explained it as we are DJing and playing some salsa, some bachata, some merengue, some cumbias. The guy's gonna sing along. I guess he probably knows quite a bit of the music pretty well. So that'll add like a little bit more of a authenticity thing to it. You know, it'll feel real authentic beyond everything that we're already gonna do as far as decorations and LEDs and string lights and all the balloons that you have. When are those coming?
The balloons will be here tomorrow.
Wednesday?
Uh-huh.
All right. And I have a message to Bree out to see if we can show up early on Thursday.
Yeah.
If
Might just
not,
be
we'll have
early
to go
Friday.
early Friday, which is fine. I think that's enough time. How long is it going to take you to knock out balloons? 2 hours?
Probably a little bit more than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll sit there and drink or something.
You're gonna sit there and help me.
I'm not blowing up no balloons, girl.
We
I'm
have
gonna put
a
them.
machine. Stop it.
No, I'm not doing that either.
We have a machine.
I have.
Machine.
I have dainty.
Oh, sure you do.
I have dainty little. I have dainty skin on my little hands and fingers.
No, you have sausage fingers and you can't tie the balloons.
I ain't got no fucking sausage finger. I ain't fat. What the fuck, man? I got your goddamn sausage finger right here, girl. So I wonder if I don't know that we're gonna have a line of people waiting to arrive to come in, right? But I do think we'll have a constant flow of people coming in post 9 o'clock, probably 9:30. I think those.
People will come in sooner than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just so they can find a seat.
Well, if it's anything like last month's, or more, or better, or increased, yeah, that would be a wise idea. They're gonna have to come sit down and get a seat if they want to be able to sit,
Yeah.
because there's only so much room in the lounge, and then a lot of the tables from the middle are gonna get moved out
Yeah.
to create a quote unquote dance floor there.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have 2 bartenders.
Oh, okay.
I talked to
That'd be
Bree
nice.
and Nate and one of the other girls, Katie or something. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember her name very well. And she'll be there, and we won't need security, but obviously we'll have security there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're there by default.
Yeah. I mean, they're good to have. You know, we don't
you
want
know,
some
it-
little kids sneaking in.
Yeah. I mean, for that portion, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the demographic that's going to be there Friday night, it's going to be mature people.
Yeah.
It's going to be older, mature, or it's going to be younger and mature,
Yeah.
and a combination, but mature, period, right? And not going to be no goofing around, no horseplay, no bullshit, no fighting, no belligerent drunks and things like that. You know, all of these people are there to dance. They're there to have a good time. They're there to have a couple drinks, let loose, you know.
Some good fun.
Yeah, and hopefully we're able to transform 1933 Lounge into kind of like I don't really know how to say it, but we were just at Monji Gardens doing the wedding there last Saturday.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and it was almost like you were transported to a different place, right?
Yes.
So hopefully that's the idea, is maybe not this time, but as we grow and as we develop this Latin night, this Havana night at 1933, hopefully we are able to transport people into a different place.
Yeah.
Make it feel like they're in Havana.
Yeah.
Make it feel like they're in Cuba and you know. And I can't wait for Halloween. Like, I know all these people, they dress up and they bring their dancing shoes and they do all of those things, you know, but I feel like Halloween, I mean, we could really dress up
Yeah.
Havana. Like what what era is Havana? What time period is that? Is that the 60s? Is that the Cuban Missile Crisis? Is that like what era
Sure.
is the Havana Nights?
I don't know, but it'd be cool something like a Coco Bongo.
Well, that's all over
Cancun.
Cancun, right? With
Yeah.
Jim Carrey and the mask, and that's like a
Mhm.
real popular thing. Yeah, so Havana Nights is set in 1958 during the period leading up to the Cuban Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be looking at 50s attire,
Yeah.
if we could get a Havana Night Halloween edition, you know, we could have a costume party, like a costume contest,
Yeah.
right? What couple looks the most authentic,
Yeah. Who has the best fruit basket on their head?
Hey, you think somebody will wear one?
Probably. I don't see why not.
Like real one?
I don't know about a real one.
Will it have an upside down pineapple on it?
I hope not. They better stay the hell away from us.
Hey, but they might find somebody that likes that kind of thing, right? I'm
To
not.
each their own.
Yeah, I'm not one to judge. I don't care. Have fun. Do your thing. Saturday, no wedding, so we got a nice little Saturday off.
Yeah.
Which, look, when we do 1933, when we do clubs, when we do parties, when we do weddings, we don't really get out of hand or anything. I'm not a heavy drinker. I might have one drink throughout the entire night. And usually not even that. And usually I won't even eat,
No.
simply for the fact that I don't want to have to go caca while I'm DJing. Like, look, one, I don't have any pre-recorded mixes.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I probably should create one, that's 30 minutes long or something, because you don't know how long it's going to take in the bathroom. You don't know what your guts are going to do to you.
That's true.
You don't know. You could have some explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber style. Jeff Daniels shaking his legs on the toilet.
That's pretty sad. Poor
Oh,
thing.
man. Hey, Jim Carrey poured all of that laxative in his drink.
He did.
He was jealous. He was mad because he was dating that girl.
Yeah.
That was his boy.
Yeah.
And they still ended up friends and loved each other.
Yeah,
And they
they-
got this stupid scooter.
But what's the worst thing when you can't find a bathroom?
Shitting on yourself?
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Because that's not what you were going to say. Shitting on yourself is
No,
the
but
worst thing.
No, the worst feeling is not having the urge to have to go to the bathroom and you can't find a bathroom.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Or the bathroom is taken.
Yes.
Somebody's in it. And it's only a one
Well,
stall or something,
But
you
then
know?
that's when you say, fuck it, I'm going to the women's restroom.
Or you upper deck it.
What is that?
You know what? You don't know what an upper deck is?
Oh, no.
Well, guys are able to urinate in sinks, right? Tall guys. I can't speak for these little Willy Wonkas walking around, these little
Little Oompa
these little
Loompas.
Oompa Loompas, right? I can't speak for them. I'm 6'3", I can pee in a sink if I had to, right? I'm tall enough that it reaches.
Yeah.
So I imagine if push came to shove, worst came to worse, you can get your ass up on the sink too, right?
No. But didn't that happen in Bridesmaids? That movie Bridesmaids?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
They shit in the
Well,
sink?
because they all had bad food, remember? She took them to a
Ugh,
shitty restaurant.
man, come on. Oh,
so-
they all got food poisoning, right?
Yes,
And they
yeah.
were all rushing to the bathroom?
Yes, and then one said F it and it went in the sink and the other one went in the middle of the street.
Ugh, shit.
Nasty baby.
Ugh,
Gross.
nasty. What else do we got? We got the podcast starting. The guys will be over here tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
We'll have the turntables going and some food, some drinks, smoke, drink, whatever you want to do. I don't care. No blunts in the house, though, man. That shit. We couldn't get that fucking smell out.
No.
Man, and I smoke, but I don't smoke blunts, I guess. Jesus Christ. That shit was terrible. So if anybody listening, don't let people smoke blunts in your house. That stank will stay around for a long time.
Well, what's the difference between a blunt and smoking weed?
Well, a blunt has tobacco in it, right?
I don't know. I don't know what a blunt has, but it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, it wasn't great. The next time he rolled, I gave him some of that jet fuel, snow fuel,
Uh-huh.
and they rolled that and used that, and that smelled fine, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure whatever he had fucking tobacco in it or something, and I don't like that. I don't like tobacco. The only tobacco I like is when I was a kid, and my dad used to smoke a cob pipe.
Yeah.
And it's a funny thing how sensories work with
Yeah.
memories, right? Sensories tie into memories. They're very, very almost hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like it's automatic, right? For me, I smell acetone and it reminds me of my mom's beauty shop,
Yeah.
right? I grew up in a beauty shop.
Yeah.
If I smell perm, chemical, I know those smells anytime I walk by. And every once in a while, it doesn't happen very often anymore because obviously pipes and tobacco are not super popular or whatever it may be in the sense of free tobacco and not cigarettes and chemicals and everything else. But I can smell that.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to go to like Ross or other places and go to their candle section. And a lot of times they have these candles called pipe tobacco. And it smells just like Dad did, right?
Yeah.
I can smell it. It's a memory thing.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens with all of your sensories, with music.
Yeah.
You hear a certain song comes on and you were in love in high school or something, and that reminds you of your time in high school with whoever you were with.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the guys will be here. We'll podcast. We have 4 of them set up. I'm probably going to have to take a look at these settings because I hear a lot of air in the headphones for some reason. But when we pause or we stop the podcast, we can replay it right now, and we'll see what it sounds like. It could be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we didn't skimp on these microphones and
No.
this Rodecaster Pro 2 and these headphones and all of that. We definitely did not skimp on it.
Yeah.
So we'll roll with a couple podcasts. We'll do a Gordy B and a Queen B, just me and you.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one.
Yeah.
It was the AC.
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Oh, so yeah, we're just going to have to leave that off because that shit's way too loud. And this shit sounds super crisp now.
Yeah.
And imagine once I dial in all of the microphone gain and attack and all those other settings. This will be a real nice show to listen to, if you want to listen to it. If you don't, I don't care. It's kind of a diary for me.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice thing that I don't really know that a lot of people think about later. Our daughters will have these.
Yeah.
It's like an audible diary.
Yeah.
Our daughters will have these files long after we pass. And they'll get to hear us and all of our crazy shit and how demented we are or aren't. And they'll get to hear that, which is kind of nice. That's a win no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Like if I get 5 people that subscribe to our podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
End of the day, if and when I pass, they'll have our voices. They'll have all of these. Which is kind of cool with the audio guest books too, right? When we take them to parties and weddings, everybody has a guest book. You can all go up to and write, "Hey, I wish you guys the best. I hope blah 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 blah." But when it's somebody's voice, and that person is gone now, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
You can always go back and listen to their voice. It's a little bit more than just a written.
But look now.
Oh shit.
If I were to pass, would you go back and listen?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
I would too.
All the time.
Even if it made you shitty.
I don't think it would make me shitty. You being gone would be the shitty.
Yeah.
That's what would make me shitty. Me hearing your voice, it would be like tears of happiness,
Yeah.
right? It would be like, I miss this person. I love this person. That person was my best friend. That person
Yeah.
I did everything with. I went everywhere with. We were attached at the hip. Not that we don't have friends,
Yeah.
but you're my best friend.
Yeah.
So the majority of my time I want to spend with my best friend, right? And again, you know, Allie had that post the other day talking about somebody looking for a caterer, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's Allie's friend or he. I say
Whoever it
she.
may be.
Whoever it may be was Allie's friend
Yeah.
on social media, and they didn't even hit her up first before posting that or anything else. Now, in their defense, look, we can pay for anybody we want to pay for, catering wise, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that I was catering tacos.
Yeah.
If I'm catering barbecue, you know, Fuego's is probably not the right place for me to ask for catering from, right? But in the case that it was just generic catering, there was no direction on kind of food, style of food, you know, anything like that, then yeah, why didn't you hit me up?
Yeah.
You know? And I replied to her post or whatnot, and I was thinking about it, and we don't have friends in the same sense that people used to have friends.
Yeah.
Or we do, but we blur the line with social media.
Yeah.
So that friendship line is kind of blurred. And especially like if you open your phone right now and go to Facebook and go to your personal page, scroll down just slightly to see the number of friends that you have or people that you have are on social media with you. It's clearly labeled friends.
Yeah.
Now I have like 4,800 or 4,300 or some ridiculous number, right? And I think Facebook maxes you out at 5,000.
Okay.
I obviously don't have 4,000 friends.
No.
I couldn't name 4,000 names.
No.
I couldn't tell you anything about half of the people on social media, right? For me, just like this little podcast right now, social media is a diary.
Yeah.
It's a place for me to be able to put down things that are on my mind, random things, silly things, business. Most of it's business. Much of it's business. Much of it is, if I didn't have business or family, I wouldn't be on social media.
Yeah.
I just have no interest in it. Which sounds funny coming from me because I fucking post all the fucking time.
Yeah, you do.
I post a lot. But again, the things that I post are mostly business and or endeavors or hobbies or interests or trying to help somebody else out.
Yeah.
Like posting for Savannah and Ali and Jose today for Fuegos and for the Sweet Shack. You know, I posted.
Yeah.
And, you know, it doesn't do anything for me necessarily.
No.
Savannah's a good girl. Ali and Jose, good people. You know, they're working, they're busting their butts, they're trying, they're making an effort, you know. And I have no problem at all supporting any and everybody I can.
Yeah.
I always will. And you know more than anybody else the additional things that we do or that I do that we don't post.
Yeah.
We don't tell everybody everything that we do all the time.
No.
I said, look at me. I did this good thing, this good deed, that, this, that, and the other, right? You know, was it a good deed posting for Savannah today? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Does everybody know the 2 or 3 other things that we did today to help other people out that we did not post about or talk about or anything else? Nah. And, you know, we're not looking for, I'm missing the word. It's a real good word.
Yeah.
Recognition
Okay.
or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
Not looking for that. I'm not at all. Me posting for Savannah doesn't do anything for me. Nothing at all. I have no ties to her business or anything else. You know, I don't supply her waffle batter. I don't supply her fruit and ice cream and everything else. I don't supply any. I have no vested interest at all. But yeah, I like to post about what's currently going on in G's life,
Yep.
so mom can see it,
Yeah.
family can see it. Um, no other reason. Otherwise, again, I wouldn't jump on social anymore. But it's too good for business.
Yeah.
It's too good of an advertising platform. It's too good,
Yeah.
right? It's today's newspaper. You know, you see
everything revolves around it right now.
you see these little memes and stuff. You know, people try to rationalize or whatnot, and oh, everybody's heads are in their phone all the time, blah 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 blah, and then all you got to do is go back and look at like Chicago and New York in the 40s and 50s, and what do you see? Everybody in a newspaper. Everybody is holding a newspaper. Everybody is buying a newspaper from the paper boy or from the paper guy or from whoever, right? All of the paper stands and magazine stands and everything else. That's um, basically a small piece and a small part of what you can get on a phone, on a device.
Yeah.
And through a device, through a phone, you can get different stories, if you will, different perspectives, right? As opposed to only getting the New York Times that may say Israel, 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 right?
Yeah.
Versus going to Al Jazeera or something that says, you know, Palestine's doing this, Israel's doing this, this is what's going on in the region, and, you know, things of that nature, where you actually have the ability to make up your own mind, right? You're not fed information and told what to think or what to believe. You can gather information from all kinds of different sources at this point. And then it's up to you, an intelligent human being, to try to decipher through the bullshit and the lies and the, you know, everybody has a hidden agenda,
Yeah.
right? An alternate agenda. Right? Somebody's going to be cheering for the Raiders and somebody's going to be cheering for the Niners.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody has an agenda as far as that goes. Because while I'm rooting for the Raiders, I'm also rooting for the Broncos and the Chargers and the Chiefs to all fucking lose that week. Because I have an agenda, right? I have a
Yeah.
hidden agenda that I want the Raiders to be first place in the division.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be something as small as that, simple as that, all the way up to something that's very, very, very controversial.
Yeah.
Talking about Israel and Palestine, talking about religion, talking about politics, talking about all these things that there's a whole lot of people in the world that only get fed information from one source,
Yeah.
one side. Whether that's one of my old uncles listening to Fox News or a friend listening to MSNBC or CNN or whoever all these other outlets are, or news that comes across your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed, right?
Yeah.
Little deep for a
Yeah.
initial podcast conversation. Jesus Christ.
I know, baby.
Well, damn, going off on tangents and rants. That might have just lost us a bunch of viewers.
No, I don't think so. We didn't go like too into detail, like
You know why it didn't lose us any?
because we don't have any.
I can say any of the fucking thing I want to say right now. I ain't got no viewers. I ain't got no
Yeah.
listeners. Let's see. can only do as much as you can do, babe.
Yeah.
We tried. For everybody listening, that was a text message that came across, and it's none of y'all's fucking business. We ain't telling you motherfuckers everything, even though it might seem like it when we post on a daily. So we're going to be making a trip down south this weekend. We'll be back next week. Passed my test for work,
Yeah.
so I officially have a job.
You've had a job.
I've had a job, but if I didn't pass that test within 3 attempts, I was either going to be out of a job or probably relocated or something, like put in another department or something.
So now that your job is secured, does that mean I get to quit mine?
Absolutely. Well, now that my job is secure, right? And we have G's Body Works.
Yeah.
And we have Cali Entertainment Group.
Busy bee.
We have Busy Bee. We have DJ Gordy B. Well, I guess we can go into that now, right? That's another segue. We can start talking about the businesses. We've been working with Stacy Henzo.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing a lot of our graphics, our flyers, our logos, things of that nature. And she's also going to be doing a website for us.
Yeah.
We got some CRM software, Honeybook, that Nathan Antoine and Courtney Antoine put us onto.
Yeah.
So we'll start going into that and, getting our contracts and all of our information and our packages and our pricing and things of that nature set up so that when somebody hits us up, we can put their information into our system. It will instantly email them the contract and disclaimers and if it's a wedding or a party, whatever what music do you want? What are your special songs? Who are your people? Where's the location? Everything.
Yeah.
And hopefully take a little error out. Not that I feel like we've had any error. We've done just fine managing without anything, CRM and things like that. We got to go to the bank on Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to go get our business accounts set up for our LLC. That'll be set up. It's going to change our personal cards as well. So it's going to upgrade our cards or something so we avoid like fees and late draft or overdrafts or all kinds of. Was it Sapphire? Was it Chase Sapphire? Was it Chase
like that,
Business?
yeah.
Something like that. And we're going to stick with Chase. We thought a lot about different banks, local banks, credit unions, all of that. And we kind of just feel that Chase, with the upgraded business account and cards that avoid fees and things of that nature, we're able to wire money to locations without a fee instead of Chase's $50 fee. Hey, which the guy over at Chase was real nice. He's like, hey, I suggest Walmart.
No.
Right?
For the wiring?
Wiring. Yeah, but it's from person to person.
Yes.
Kind of like Western Union or something, I would suppose.
Uh-huh.
So while that is nice, it's a nice option to be able to try to get some money down to somebody, in Mexico or across the world somewhere that has a Walmart that they can walk into and provide their ID and stuff and grab money. But in our case, when we're dealing with businesses and things of that nature,
Wiring account to account.
Yeah, we need to wire account to account, which that's not Walmart's deal, I guess. That's still in the banking realm.
Yeah.
So we'll get that taken care of. We'll have the website up probably in the next couple months. Got a party on Sunday.
Yeah. And then we take off.
Yeah.
We'll just go this next after Sunday. And then we'll be back.
Who was it?
Wednesday, Thursday?
Was it Alex Garcia? Mobile mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
Came out to the house. Put new brakes all around the Jeep.
Uh-huh.
Recharged the AC on site here.
Yeah.
Somebody that we're going to start using.
Yeah. We don't like to go nowhere.
Well, Look, it's not that I don't mind going somewhere. It's just that I feel Bakersfield has a lot of subpar mechanics.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been let down by quite a few dealerships, mechanics,
Yeah.
things of that nature. And it's not the ignorant stuff, right? It's not like, hey, I went in to have my brakes changed and now my transmission's not working. Well, that's just a coincidence, right? And I'm not trying to rake, little shops over the coals and say, oh, I'm trying to get a free transmission out of this because I just had it in the shop and you touched my brakes, right?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we know better than that.
Yeah.
But when you go have something done and it's not done right, or you go have something done and there's no communication, there's no, hey, just want to let you know this is what's going on with it. This is our ETA. This is what we're thinking, how long it's going to take, no communication at all.
Yeah.
Like, I've dropped my Jeep off, the little Cherokee, the 93 Cherokee. We dropped that off before we went to Mom's out in Ohio. And that was a fucking couple months ago.
Yeah.
Now, as I've gotten older, I'm 43 now, I've gotten a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
Not super patient, but a lot more than I used to be. It used to be where I would probably call every other day, hey,
What's going on?
what's going on? What the fuck's the status? Are you guys going to let me know? Like, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. So a month after we got back, I contacted them. I'm like, hey, well, what's going on? And we're like, oh, we found X, Y, and Z, and it'll be this much, this much, this much. And I was like, okay, well, we already knew that. I've already authorized those repairs.
Yeah.
Right. And then like the next day or the day after, they message and they say, hey, it's ready for pickup.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I wasn't able to get back to them that day because, hey, I'm busy sometimes,
Yeah.
right? You work 3 jobs, you work 18 hours a day, whatever it may be. I just don't always have time to respond, to check, to look. It's like, man, So the next day, I also got a text message from them that said, your vehicle is ready. And then right after that, can you please call us?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I remember.
I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. They probably want to know when I'm going to pick it up, even though they went a month without communicating with me anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that they've messaged me in less than 24 hours later, they want to hit me up again because they want to collect their money and get my Jeep out of their shop, right?
Yeah.
So I call them back and they say, hey, your rear hub fell apart when we drove the Jeep to the front of the shop. I'm like, oh, okay, what's this one going to cost me, right? What's next?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, it's just the rear one. It's going to be this. I was like, well, can you check the others?
Yeah.
Can you check the drive line? Can you check the transfer? Can you check all the U-joints? Can you check everything, right? Just check everything, please.
Yeah.
And they said they did. Everything else looked fine, and they replaced the back. So that's finally ready to pick up. And when we do pick it up, when we get back, I'm still going to have Alex work on it, I think.
Yeah.
Until Alex shows me something of concern,
Yeah.
right? Like he's not reliable, trustworthy, good work, things like that. I'm going to continue rolling with the guy.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, I did too.
He was a decent dude, and, we were hospitable,
Yeah.
fed him, gave him something to drink, gave him a beer, gave him a couple waters, gave him a couple Arizonas.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Okay.
What else do we got going on?
No, just working.
You hit the microphone. That's extra noises that is unacceptable on this podcast. This is a professional podcast.
Sure.
What? Better act like something.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Mario Golf?
Yeah, we do love Mario Golf.
Mario Golf. We're not quite sure how this transpired or happened. Well, we have an idea. But we love playing Mario Golf. Now, I'm pretty sure what happened is I have my Shield on the TV, NVIDIA Shield. It's a little Android box. And I have emulators on it and games on it, like thousands and thousands and thousands of ROM games. And I think I wanted to play golf for some reason. So I was looking through Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. And I think I found a golf on Nintendo 64, and it was Mario Golf. And no shit, this was just last year. We were playing Mario Golf on a Nintendo 64 emulator. The graphics were complete shit, complete garbage. The gameplay was, whatever, but it was fun. It's a fun
Loved
game.
it.
Yeah, they have special shots, they have different modes and things like that. So we loved it so much and we were playing it so much. I was like, you know what? We need to buy a Switch for the house.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch for the house so we can play. And so also the girls can have something to play on when we're all here, even when we're not here. So the girls, they play Mario Kart and they play Minecraft Dungeons and whatever else.
We just got them Just Dance.
Oh, Just Dance was pretty huge. Yeah, that was great. Nintendo Switch, Just Dance Ultimate Edition or something. I think it's like $90, but I think it has a whole bunch of expansion packs built into it.
Yeah.
The original game's probably $40, then the Just Dance expansion 1, 2, 3, and 4, another $20, $10 a piece. So I just bought the big one, right? I wanted all the music, and we love music here.
Yeah.
We all love music. And yeah, no sooner that we got that game downloaded onto the Switch and booted up, the girls, even you, babe, got on it and we're having a ball, having a great time. So when they get over here this weekend,
Yeah, we can pick them up Friday.
yeah, when they get over here this weekend, we're probably going to be doing a lot of Just Dance, especially on Saturday since we don't really have anything going on.
Yeah.
Now that we don't have anything going on Saturday, Rich is having his event at his house out there by the Kern River
Okay.
for Big Fred, DJ Fred.
Okay.
Montsibis. I'm gonna murder the last name.
Yeah.
Montsibis, whatever it is, right? Fred. Fred had a unfortunate diagnosis this year. So people are kind of rallying around him and trying to help him and help his family and do things of that nature. And Rich this weekend is going to have a barbecue cook-off at his place where I believe several people are going to try to see who has the best barbecue. Which sounds good to me. I can go around picking on some meat and eating and just hanging out, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll sneak over there and try to support for a minute. Maybe make a donation, maybe enter a raffle, whatever, right?
Yeah.
If we win, great. If we don't, great, And we've already done something for Fred, a month or two ago for a week. All proceeds from G's Bodies Works went to Fred and his family.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, it's over by you. I dropped my phone. Don't be stepping on it, dragging it across the floor with your foot, man. Like, hey.
It's broken.
That is it?
No.
Dick.
But guess what?
Oh, you're my dick. Yeah, I don't need a dick, okay? I have one. I don't need an extra
And don't
one.
call me a dick.
Pussy. Guess what?
But guess what?
You're my pussy.
Yeah, I am.
Stupid. And now look, people are going to be listening to this shit and they're not going to understand that here, this is what Marion does. This is what
Okay.
This
what
is
do
what
I do?
This is what Marion does. If I call her anything or I say she's a pain in the ass or anything with a negative connotation to it, right? She'll say, "But guess what? I'm your pain in the ass."
And guess what?
What?
You can't give me back.
I'm not trying to give you back.
I'm all yours, baby. You gotta put up with my shit.
Let's see. Whoa.
What, baby?
Savannah and the Taco Shack. Fuego's Taco Shack and Grill. Savannah's Sweet Shack is up to 21 posts for this. 21 likes for this latest post to go tell people to go support her.
Nice.
So I really hope people go out and support her. That would be nice.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl. She's worked hard.
And, she's young.
Yeah.
I mean,
For
how
her
old
to
is
have
she?
her own truck. I believe she's 18.
See, that's impressive because at 18, I was irresponsible as fuck.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Well, I'm still probably 80% irresponsible, right? I just have the means and the money
To be irresponsible.
to be irresponsible and get away with it, right? That's probably what it is. You know, us men, we probably never grow up fully,
Yeah.
right? We come into money and then we can do whatever the fuck we want, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I want to buy a podcast. I'm gonna do a podcast then.
Yeah.
I want to start DJing. I'm gonna start DJing then. I want to massage. I'm gonna start massaging then. I want to barbecue. I'm gonna start barbecuing then. Like,
No, we're not barbecuing.
I'm still thinking about it.
No, we're not doing
I
that.
think. Look, listen.
It's a no.
No, it's not up to you.
It's a no.
I have a
baby.
say. Now listen to me. This is my thinking, right? Even if, even if I had a 16-hour workday,
Yeah.
I work 9 hours for dignity, common spirit, whatever. I do another 4 hours bodies works, G's body works, cupping, scraping, massaging, adjusting, all that good stuff. And then, you know, this DJ stuff is work, right? You don't just show up to a place and go DJ.
No.
There's a lot of hours and time behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
collaborating with people. Like tomorrow we'll have Pantomime, Il Flow, Dos Muchos, myself, and who knows if anybody else will just come to hang, right?
Yeah.
But I have dedicated my Wednesday nights to this little thing that we're creating called a podcast.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Again, baby, we're talking about, you're able to do all these things.
No, we
because
were
you
talking
have-
about something else. We said
Yeah.
something else.
No, we were talking about Savannah, that she's young and she could do all this stuff.
Yeah, we got
And then
past
you
that.
said you could be irresponsible.
And we got past that.
And then we talked about the podcast.
No, I don't think so. I said I'm gonna have to rewind this podcast and look to find out what the hell I was talking about because I forgot. I don't think you can have a podcast if you don't have a good memory. Wait, what was I talking to y'all about?
You did that the other day.
Hey, I did that. Who were we? Oh, with Tino.
Uh-huh.
My old friend Tino Gaitan. Is it
Mhm.
Gaitan? Tino Gaitan, I think.
Yeah.
He showed up over at 1933 with his lovely little wife,
Uh-huh.
hung out with us, and we were having a conversation while I was DJing. And I completely lost track of what the hell we were talking about. I started answering something and I had to stop and say, hey,
What was I talking about?
what were we talking about again?
That's
Hey,
bad, baby.
Don't undo those. We got to put them back in the box and we got to transport them over to 1933. Like, you're going to have to roll them all back up.
gracious.
Like, you create more problems and work for yourself
You know what
and
was-
me.
You know what was funny today?
What?
That somebody asked me if my mommy and daddy were home.
Okay. Look. Look. I understand that you're 5'2". Right? I understand that you're smaller than my 2 biological daughters. All right, I understand that. But look, you in no way, shape, or form look like an adolescent or a teenager. All right. So for a weirdo dude to come up to you and say,
Is your mommy and daddy
"Is your mommy and daddy
home?"
home?" Like, dude, man, you
I'd be like, yeah, let me get you my daddy.
you smoked a few too many drugs, my guy. Like hey, it's pretty bad.
Then here comes my daddy though with the gun.
I did have the gun. Well, cause look, man. We live on Allen, all right. We live on Old Allen, technically, which is a dead end. And after 5 o'clock, when all the gardeners from Penny go home,
Mm-hmm.
when all the people from the back go home, when the people from next door, Laurel Water or Laurel Ag or whatever they're called, when they go home,
Mm-hmm.
there is absolutely zero reason for any single vehicle to come down our street.
Yeah.
So if you come down our street, I am automatically going to assume
You're a weirdo.
bad intentions, right? Like, there's no reason for you to be here. There's no reason for you to be down the road There's nothing here for you. There's no businesses. There's nothing. Now, look, if you're my client, cool. Which I messed up on one of my clients once too.
Yeah, you did. Poor guy. He never came back.
Well, I mean, look, I've had my Jeep broken into.
Mm-hmm.
I've had an entire 2008 Yamaha R1 motorcycle stolen from right outside my front door.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say right outside my front door, I mean literally, I backed my motorcycle up to where the rear tire was practically touching my fucking door. And I go outside the next day and that motherfucker's gone. So somebody pulled up with a truck, 2 individuals.
But how did you not hear it?
I can't hear, I sleep.
Still.
I'm dead to the world when I sleep. They're lucky I didn't hear it. I'm lucky too, though, because if I would have shot somebody and killed them, I could have lost my life as well, right? Could be in prison. I don't think you can just open the door and shoot and kill somebody because they're grabbing your motorcycle.
What do you do?
I
They're
don't
on your
know.
property.
Call the cops and like tussle with them, chase them, like try to grab your bike. I don't know, but in today's day and age, you can't really do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing applies when somebody breaks into your home.
No, if somebody breaks into your home.
No,
You shoot 'em.
listen, no. If somebody breaks into your home and their back is turned towards you and you have scared them or startled them and they're going to run back out of your house,
Mm-hmm.
that means that they are no longer an imminent threat or danger to you or your life, and you have no right to defend such.
Yeah.
So you can get in trouble for shooting somebody that was in your house. Now look, I mean, you have split seconds to determine how dangerous this individual is that's breaking into your home.
Yeah.
Are they just a crackhead and they're just trying to grab some shit and leave and, pawn it off and make some money? Or are they here to really harm you, right? And at that point, you're like, well, I'm going to err on the side of caution and I'm going to fucking shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
I'm going to err on the side of caution and I'm going to kill you. But it's a very, very, people get sued in California all the time, for, somebody will break into somebody's kitchen window and cut themselves with a knife and they can get sued for it. The homeowner. It's like, man, no, that's not cool, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. At that point, you might as well put a bullet in somebody's leg, right? I'm going to make sure it really hurts then, right? I'm going to make sure you're really bleeding.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure that there's a possibility that you might bleed out and die.
Yeah.
If you're going to break into my house, get cut with one of my kitchen knives, and sue me? Motherfucker, what? Hell no. Not happening.
So what are we going to talk about next?
I don't know.
Huh?
Let's talk about.
What do you want to talk about, Marion?
That's so weird.
It makes me want to prank call people with this thing.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Just to talk shit to somebody, like, because I think you can go into these effects right here and you can make them slightly less obvious, right?
Uh-huh.
So you could probably just pitch up or down your voice just a couple octaves or a couple levels to where it still sounds semi-human maybe,
Yeah.
and then talk shit to somebody,
Yeah.
get them all riled up, piss them off, and then start laughing, and man, that adds salt to the wounds.
Yeah. Who could we prank?
I don't know, but our podcast is on an hour and 4 minutes
Already?
that we've been sitting here talking. That's a good little podcast.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing, is we know nothing about podcasts.
Nope.
Nothing. So we are going to have to figure out times.
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure out a flow, right? We're gonna have to
Yeah.
figure out a flow. We're gonna have to stay on subject on certain things.
Yeah, today was all over the place for
Today's
sure.
all over the place just because we're testing these mics and hanging out, and we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't care though, because again, guess who gets to hear this in 30 years?
Our girls.
Yeah,
And guess what?
no,
I'm talking to my best friend, so
yeah.
it really doesn't matter.
Nah.
It's like we're on the phone.
It's like I'm telling, I tell people, look, if the podcast blows up and somehow comes famous as hell, and all of a sudden we're on YouTube getting monetized and all kinds of shit, great, right?
Yeah.
If not, great. I don't care. I don't need it. It's not a means to an end. It's not, delusions of grandeur where I think I'm, I just have the sexiest voice on the radio. Yeah. Did you say steak? What was that, Deuce Bigelow? Was
Yeah.
that big boy when he was fucking like 500 pounds?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, that guy lost a lot of weight. That's good though. It's prolonged his life 10 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, that's the idea. All right. Well, do you want to wrap up the podcast for now,
Yeah.
or is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers.